Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thomas J. Keenan Stadium on the campus of Perkiomen Valley High School for tonight's matchup in District 1 6A playoff action. Central Bucks East versus our Perkiomen Valley Vikings. Good evening, everybody. I'm Scott Furman along with my partner, Scott Reed. Coach Reed, nice to have you with us here tonight. Coach, everybody's 0-0. It's a clean slate.
It's a brand new season. That's one of the most exciting parts about the playoffs. Everybody can get excited. Everybody gets a fresh chance. And tonight, there's nothing better than hosting, we talked about that, a playoff game on your own home venue. It's an added home game. You're in friendly confines. Everything feels familiar. The only difference is you get to play an opponent you haven't played for in over 20 years.
That's right. And well, with our kickoff tonight, Perk Valley, our CB East won the toss, elected to receive. They take the kickoff. They fumbled on about the 14-yard line and taken down there by a host of Vikings.
Well, Mike Porbon for the Vikings got down there on the coverage and does a real nice job. There was a bobble of the ball, and he came down there like a missile.
Yeah, Coach, and Porbon, let's just make that example. There's people that, the upperclassmen playing special teams. Hey, everybody's got to gain in tonight. One way successful out of this tournament is win it all.
Well, there's only one team that's going to win
it all. All right, so CB East takes over on their own 19-yard line. Quarterback under center, straight handoff, straight ahead, and tackled there by a host of Vikings. And I want to say Helinski was in there. Brian Helinski was one of those that led that pack, and Jake Bowman.
Nice job there by Helinski and the rest of the Vikings defense. Come up there and gang tackle. CB East is what I'd call an old school offense. You're going to see some I formations. You're going to see some wing T type sets, and you're also going to see some modern spread sets. So they're going to give Coach Young, Coach Connolly, and the defensive staff a lot of looks tonight.
Okay, so now 2nd and 8 for CB East. Sprint out to his left. He's looking downfield and throws it out there. Number 42, Joe Maglin.
Nice play there. Nice play action pass there, but the CB East is going to get hit with a block in the back. So right after the catch, there was actually a block in the back. So this is going to come back now, and not the start they really wanted after a positive play. Sometimes these kids are excited. They get over-aggressive. They want to make something happen. They want to hit somebody, and that happens.
And you're right, Coach. Early on here, not hurting yourselves is very important. And Coach, anything in district games now is magnified. Anything you do or any mistakes, they're all magnified. That's for sure. So now it'll put CB East in a 2nd and 10. They would have had a first down. It took them back. Again, now they're in 2nd and 10 on their left hash.
So we basically do it over.
Replay the down.
So what you want to pay attention to here with CB East is Quinn Moody, number 8. They'll move him from outside and to behind and to running back.
So Pat Keller went to shotgun. Now he goes under center. Direct snap back, handoff. I think to Tommy Day, number 19. And a host of Vikings there. He had nowhere to go. Stacked up there. 74, Jonathan coming out of that pile up. So it'll make it a 3rd and 9.
And Vikings do a nice job here again on that left tackle, over that left tackle. Basically an ISO play or something like that. Now you're seeing that CB East trying to move around a little bit pre-snap, maybe get the Vikings outflanked, but not the case.
So it makes it for a 3rd and 9. Again, they're on their own, and Coach Connolly's going to call a timeout right away for CB East. So we have a timeout in the field with 10:39 left to go. 0-0 in this District 1 6A playoffs. And, Coach, one thing you and I both have coached in district games, it's a whole different atmosphere.
Everything is just magnified. Every decision you make, everything, every little thing is such a big deal. And you really, a lot of times, don't get the chunk plays you're used to. You don't know the opponents the way you know your league opponents. It's a battle of attrition, especially in 6A District 1 6A. It is this tournament has got to be really one of the best in the state, and I truly believe we haven't really seen anyone since the 2004 Neshaminy team, win a state championship because it's such a difficult road to get to that Eastern final
and get out of District 1. You're right,
Absolutely.
Coach. Very good point. All right, so here we go. CB East comes out over the ball. It's 3rd and 9. Keller in under center. Day behind him. Kelly in motion. He tries to sprint out to his right, looks downfield, throws an incomplete down there to Delclane Kelly, and it was an incomplete pass. It'll bring up a 4th down for Perk Valley.
Well, it looked like Bodwin or Ritchie both kind of collapsed on the ball and did a nice job playing the football rather than letting him catch the football and make a tackle. And that's what really forces the punt here for the Patriots.
And Coach, a little tip I learned this week from you was this CB East is running the same defense we run. So there's similar defenses on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
So now we'll have CB East 4th and 9. They're in punt formation, 10:33 left to go in the first quarter. The steep person's back on their own 40 for Perk Valley. Oh, and a nice punt. Comes up on the ball, receives it, takes it about his own 46, gets across the 50. A dance up to about their own 47, so Perk Valley will take over on their own 47-yard line.
Luke Ritchie is just a quiet, unsung hero on this football team. He plays the safety position. He makes huge tackles. He's made big plays. Made big play there on 3rd down. He is an aggressive punt returner. You don't see that in high school a lot, that confidence to go after every punt and try to make a return.
So heart attack for head coach.
Absolutely.
Okay, Coach. All right, so Perk Valley takes over. Inside their own 50-yard line. They're on the 47. Kohler in shotgun, looks down the field to his right, throws out to the flats. Nobody there. Incomplete pass. Looking there for Owen Peterlin down the field. So we'll have a 2nd and 10.
It looked like the Viking receivers weren't on page with Kohler there. Interesting set there by the Patriots. They really didn't go out after the slot receiver. So we'll see if Coach Heiss, if you see it again here, they kind of split the difference between the tackle and the slot receiver.
Kohler shotgun, hands back to Beck. Beck takes it up for about 2 yards. He gets to about the 40-yard line or 45-yard line. It will be a 3rd and 9. And I know this is what Coach Heiss said. They got to speed things up here tonight. And we'll talk more about that, but they're back into the offensive formation. Kohler shotgun looking to the sideline. 2 receivers each side. Drops straight back, looks down the field. Throws out here, goes down on the ground for a great catch. That's DeBebe, Dawson DeBebe, who's had a great year. And that's his favorite receiver.
Well, we don't have replays tonight, and we don't need them when they're going this fast.
This is NASCAR speed, right, Coach? So here it is, 1st down, Perk Valley. Now on their own 40 or 37-yard line. Hand off to Beck. Beck takes it up the field, misses one tackle up over the 30-yard line.
Well, he's such a tough runner there. What they're doing right now, they want to make CB East uncomfortable. It forces you into a very base defense. Right now, they're just giving their 3-5 with almost a cover 3 over top.
So Kohler shotgun again, 2nd and 3. Looks out to his right, dumps it out to Clement. Clement gets a 1st down. Down over the 15, down to about the 13-yard line.
So as good as CB East is this year, one thing you do see on their sideline, you don't see a lot of numbers. We're going to see a lot of two-way players, and Coach Heist and his staff right away want to take advantage of these players going both ways.
And that is the advantage. You're right, Coach. I was very shocked when I looked at their sidelines to see their numbers. Again, 1st down, Kohler shotgun. Looks inside to Clement. Clement takes it down to about the 15-yard line. It'll make it about, I'd say, a 2nd and 3 for Perk Valley on their own 15-yard line.
Right now, Perkiomen Valley staying in very manageable down and distance, which puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Now Kohler shotgun fakes the back to the left, rolls out to his left, throws to Clement. Clement wide open. Clement into the end zone for a touchdown. Perk Valley puts one right on the board. And, Coach, speed, all that speed.
There's no question that CB East looked extremely uncomfortable on that drive. They never got set in that 3-5. It's organized chaos. You want to blitz, you want to go, you want to call all those blitzes inside your stack on your outside backers. You couldn't do any of that because you're just so quick to line up. So right there, the Vikings dictated to CB East, and that's how Coach Heiss and his staff want to be able to play this game tonight, dictate to their defense.
So there you go. So Clement will be out for the extra point. We have Danny Kohler will be holding. Snap back, down, a kick is up. Ben, it's good. So Perk Valley, with 8:39 to go in the first quarter, has a 7-0 lead over CB East. And, Coach, like I said, Coach Heiss talked to us on the field earlier. It was all fast tonight. He wanted to go. You were saying that guys going both ways. Try to tire him out. Let's see what we can do.
And not only Coach Heiss, but a lot of his players talk about how much they enjoy going up-tempo. They enjoy the speed of it and getting on the ball and getting more action. They feel they're at their best when they're getting up on the ball and running things fast. Now, you saw a couple times they can also stop and check over with the sideline, and that's something where Coach Heist or somebody up top can take a look at what the defense is given, and then they can go. So it's kind of like a look mode. But for the most part, other than one snap, they got on the ball, and they
Coach, and I got
they
to
went.
pick your brain because you started this whole offense. You brought it to Perk Valley, but your play thinking. How do you got to think as far as next play ahead, next down ahead?
Well, I think a lot of what you have when you have a four-year quarterback, and we've been lucky with in our past with Zully and Rashawn Stewart and Steven Sturm.
Quarterbacks.
Those guys are actually calling those plays. If they get a look mode, they'll check with the sideline. But a lot of times it's in the control of the quarterback.
Okay. So Perk Valley kicks off. Clemming puts it down to about the 15-yard line. CB East brings it up, returns. It gets a nice return up to about their 35-yard line. So CB East will take over on the 35-yard line.
Nice tackle on the play by number 40, Matthew Farrington. Matthew Farrington, I feel like almost every Friday night when I'm calling a game and they're running kickoff, it seems like he's in on just about every tackle in some way, shape, or form. These are the type of players that win you championships. These are the type of players that get you through the playoffs. He's a guy who's not starting on defense, not starting on offense, but he is contributing every Friday night.
So now CB East takes over 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. We have Keller in the shotgun. Gives off to Del Clay. Kelly, he takes off up the left side over for a first down up over the 50. So they're in the Viking territory. That was just, Coach, a little sweep to the left.
Yeah, Declan Kelly just gets and sometimes Perkiomen Valley's so aggressive that they're too aggressive. And you'll get sometimes where they overrun a lot of young kids when they're excited. They want to lower the boom, and sometimes you got to settle your hips down and just make a tackle that gets the defense gets the offense to the ground. It doesn't always have to be a huge collision.
So now 1st and 10 again, 8:04 left to go. We have Keller under center. Turns around, tosses back there to number 21, Ethan Shine. Shine gets about 5 yards. Just a little toss to the left.
What is interesting, and we're seeing this early, and this could be part of going on the road. It could be a tendency for CB East. Right now, we're seeing a lot of plays designed to their sideline. A lot of times, coaches want to watch the play, be close to a receiver to tell them what to do, be able to talk to your quarterback, and you can do that more effectively when you're running to your sideline, especially when your sideline's on the short field.
And it is on the left hash. So, again, 2nd and 6. Turns around, hands off, back to Ethan Shine, and stop there on a play.
Number 9, Ryan Boozer from his linebacker position comes up and fills very nicely. And this is what's going to happen in this 3-5. There's going to be blitzes, and they're going to blitz the middle backer. They're going to blitz the two. There's 3 inside linebackers, and any combination of those 3 could be coming. Most of the time it's 1 or 2. And that time, Coach Young's going to guess a couple times, and they're going to guess in the right way, and sometimes they're going to guess wrong, but they're going to keep attacking and putting the pressure on.
So now we got a 3rd and 6 on Perk Valley's. Okay, hands off. Back to Declan Kelly. He gets around another sweep around the side there, again into their boundary. And he might have a first down. Not sure of that, or he might be just a little short.
Again, so far this entire drive, everything is to their sideline. And just, again, they might just feel more comfortable going to their sideline. I would say without a doubt here they're going to go for it, especially on the plus side of the field.
So a 4th and 1 with 6:50 to go in the first quarter. Keller up under center. Quarterback sneaks straight ahead. I think he'll have it. Yeah, well, the official, I don't know.
This is going to be really close.
Where the officials are spotting.
It looks like the marker's on the 40, and it could be just short.
I called a first down. They give him the first down.
Yeah, the nose of the ball is just – all it has to do is cross that plane
yep.
just the slightest bit.
So 1st and 10 for CB East on the move.
But what that does, again, for the Vikings is kind of lets CB East know, hey, you can go in 4th and 1, but we're not going to make it easy on you.
Yep. So now 1st and 10 for CB 6:17 to go.
And CB East is going to use their second time of the half already in the first quarter. So that could come back to be a problem later in the half here. We're only halfway through the first quarter, and they've already used 2 timeouts. So, again, that's clock management. And, again, that could be something we got to keep an eye on later in the half.
You know, one thing I talked about, Coach, when my first district experience was only AAA. You were 6A, but coming out and noticing all the officials on the field, and how many officials, because they used to do the change, used to do the clock, and there is a shortage. And I would tell everyone out there, if you have an opportunity, you want to become an official, get on the PIW website, District 1 website. We encourage you, come out and be an official, be a part of the game.
It's good money, and they get to be out. You know, you're outside. You get to be part of a competitive environment. It's a lot of fun. But when we get to these district games, you know, a lot of leagues have 5 officials, 6 officials. It's 7 officials every single time that are on the field.
So now Keller in shotgun. CB East again, 1st and 10 on their PV's 39-yard line. There's a penalty flag. I think somebody jumped up front. Just throwing very quickly.
And our lead official is Mark Lockett, and the Vikings should be very familiar with him. He does most of his games in the Pioneer Athletic Conference, so Coach Heiss and his staff should be very familiar with him, especially when the white cap. When you recognize the white cap, again, even in the districts, any familiarity can put yourself at ease.
So Keller in shotgun. We have a 1st and 15 now. Let's drop straight back, looks down the middle of the field, throws over to the top. Throws right over top. Jake Donnelly was open down there, but covered by Bowen. Bowen down there was there. We had Ricky there. Bunch of defenders.
Well, this is one thing where I think Perk Valley's at its best, especially when they're playing defense, when they know they can pin their ears back and they can pass rush. In this situation here, you got 1st and 15. They know they got to get back behind ahead of the sticks. So Perk Valley was coming with a lot of aggressiveness there.
And you're right, Coach. He had a nice little drive going there, but it seemed that penalty kind of stalled him here. But now again, 2nd and 15. Keller under center, I formation, rolls out to his right, looks down the field. Again, Donnelly again, covered by Ricky again. Ricky's right there. So nice job there by Perk Valley. Cover. I don't know if anybody was open there, Coach. He didn't have many people up and down the field there, so.
So CB East is coming out and this a lot of teams try to do this to 3-5 in what they call an over, and what will happen is the outside receiver will be on the same side as the tight end. So the tight end is covered, can't go out for the pass. But you see in sprint out, they'll use the tight end to try to pin the edge. And what that does is the overhang player in the 3-5, that outside linebacker, has to walk out over number 2. So you get your stud or your strong side outside linebacker off the tight end, which can create a running lane.
And a lot of teams do that, Coach, because they're trying to get you.
Yeah, they're trying to make you uncomfortable. Now, the one thing that all the Viking defenders should be saying is he's covered, he's covered, so that not only your own team, but you're letting all the officials know we're not covering that tight end. If he, for some reason, will go out for a pass, he is ineligible.
So now it makes a 3rd and 15. And I'm not sure who took the timeout there, Coach, but if that was CB's, that would have been their 3rd and final timeout. That would have been, they won't have any left for the rest of the half, but I'm not sure of that. But again, back in play here now. They come back out in the huddle. Again, 5:38 left to go. Perk Valley leading 7-0. Here's a bunch formation. Keller in shotgun. Sprints out to his right. Looks back to his left. Now he's scrambling back to his left. Has a wide open field. We have Gage Young coming on him. And pulls him down there, I think, before he gets to a 1st down.
So Ryan Boozer was the defender in charge of the outside perimeter over there, and he just overplayed it. Again, sometimes these guys, they see that quarterback, and there's nobody between him and the quarterback, and they want to lower the boom. Sometimes you just got to stay in front of that guy and not let him have that running lane.
So 4th down, 4th and I'd say 4, and CBS is going to go for it. 4th and 3. On Perk Valley's 38-yard line. Keller drops straight back, getting pressure, a screen over the middle, and to number 22 there to Jake Donnelly, which gets him a first down.
Well, nice screen set up there by the Patriots. That takes some guts on fourth down to do that. And I give credit to number 10, Pat Keller. He hung in there, took the hit, and really set up that screen. And again, they pick up a first down by right at the first down marker, really.
And you're right, Coach. Keller held there long enough because he was getting pressure to throw that football. So it makes it a 1st and 10 now on Perk Valley's 29-yard line. Keller in shotgun. Many Vikings up in the line of scrimmage. He's getting a little pressure. Now they drop off. He's looking down the field. Throws way over the head of Connor Boyd there. Number 17, I'm sorry. Number 17 there was Connor Callaghan. Threw way over his head there. It was not even complete, but
well, that was only a 1 or 2 man route for the Patriots there, so it seemed like he did have a lot of time. But again, that's full protection. You got 7-8 man protection there. I think I only saw one or two receivers go out for the pass, and you're going to test Jeremy Brewer one-on-one, and most of the time Jeremy's going to win that battle.
So now 2nd and 10. Keller shotgun. Oh, you got Declan Kelly tries to get up the field there, takes a slip fall. I think he fell right at the down marker, so a yard short.
And boy, it's wild how they're going to that short side to their sideline. And again, some of these teams, these coaches, they want to see the play. They want to be involved in as much as they can, talk to their guys, and give them any tips they can when they're up there. So we're just seeing a lot to that short side of the field.
So 3rd and 11 now. Keller in shotgun. Oh, does a little inside flip pass. Number 22 to Jake Donnelly. Perk Valley kind of played that one well.
So this is their first 4th and long, so we'll see how Coach Young wants to adjust coverage-wise, and this will be the first time CB East is really in a down and distance that's not in their favor on 4th down. But nonetheless, either way, heck of a drive here by CB East. They changed the field position, and obviously this game allows them to gain some confidence by moving the football. 2 4th down conversions in this drive alone.
So with 3:41 left to go and counting, a 4th and 8 from Perk Valley's 27-yard line. Keller shotgun, 3 receivers left. Sprints out to his left, looks down to the tight end down the middle of the field. Oh, over the receiver's hands, but well covered by Brewer. And Coach, if you pick an MVP of this defense, and I don't mean to pick any MVP because they're also good, but Jeremy Brewer has stood out to me, along with a bunch of guys.
I mean, they are a team defense, no doubt about it. But on that back end, when it comes down to who's going to cover the other team's best receiver, who's going to be by themselves on an island, it's going to be Jeremy Brewer. And you're going to have to make a great throw and a great catch to beat him.
Yep. So Perk Valley takes over. 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line. Kohler, shotgun. 2 receivers either side. Takes off to his right. Looks like it's going to be a run now. Just a little flip out there. It's number 12, Michael Porbon. Porbon takes it down. I think he's down there 1st down.
So I don't know if Ethan was ahead of the line. They also could say that there was ineligible men downfield because it was a forward pass.
So the officials are talking about it. It was kind of strange, Coach, how when he went out there, it was kind of.
Now, if that's what they'd call MDO, modern day option, where that used to be a pitch. Now it's a little toss. But really, even in an option, that receiver needs to stay behind his quarterback.
And that's a fumble then, right?
It would be a fumble if he missed it. But also, I don't think those linemen can
go down the field. And that's obviously a good call, Coach. That's what they call illegal lineman down the field. So it'll go back to 1st and 15 for Perk Valley. They'll now be on their own 22-yard line.
So, again, nothing wrong conceptually with the play. It's just that Porbon needs to stay in mesh with his quarterback and stay behind him. And then those linemen can go down as much as you want. That's the new
play we've been seeing on these on Friday, Saturdays, Sundays. Now Kohler shotgun. Hands off to Beck, the right side. Beck makes a nice little move, gets past the 30-yard line, down to the 32. I think Beck is hard to tackle, Coach. I was down the field and just hugging him. To get your arms around that young man, he's solid.
Well, you've been here all year long. I know I've been at a lot of games here, and I really think Perkiomen Valley's offense hit another gear when Andrew Beck actually started to make his presence known. And we saw that against Springford, and it has continued throughout the season.
So we got a 2nd and 5 now. 2:43 left to go. Kohler looks to his left. Out here to Porbon. Porbon got the ball. Takes off over the 50. Down to about the 45. Porbon. Again, nice job by Mike Porbon there.
Well, that's a heck of a pocket there by the Perkiomen Valley offensive line. But as an offensive lineman, you got to love Ethan Kohler because he doesn't give up on the pocket. He stays in there, takes that hit late, and hits a strike.
So Perk Valley 1st and 10, up over the ball. Quick strike out to Porbon again. Porbon out to over to the 40-yard line for now a 2nd. And, Coach, here's NASCAR
the speed
again.
Now they're starting to hit the flats. We saw that in the first drive where it looked like the flats were a little exposed. They've hit Klimek in the flat. They've hit Porbon in the flat. And you're going to see now they're going to have to walk people out.
And Coach Heisen did say he wants to pick on the outside linebackers here. So now Kohler shotgun, looks to his left, lays it up there for Klimek, wide open, has a completion, touchdown! Wow, that was a great throw.
So, again, an amazing throw. But you hit the flat, you hit the flat, you hit the flat. All of a sudden, that perimeter defender, that flat defender, thinks he's going to run that 3-yard out, that 5-yard out, whatever it is. Now he just stays vertical. And he just gets himself, the defender gets himself in a trail position. Beautiful throw, excellent protection, and a nice concentration catch by Klimek with a great run after the catch.
Yes, it was. He got to the end zone. So Klimek again there. That's another, I would say that puts him up there. We're looking at about 13 touchdowns for the season now. He'll kick the extra point to make it 14-0. Perk Valley takes the lead with 2:15 to go in the first quarter.
So, again, in that 3-5, for whatever reason, again, everybody can play it a little differently, but the outside linebackers for CB East, they're overhang players. I know at Perk Valley, we'd walk them out over the receivers. They're splitting the difference, which is allowing them to get the flats, but also, in that case, that kid is a flat defender, so he's working to his flat. All of a sudden, that slot receiver stays vertical, and you're in a trail position. So
and
great
nobody
play
over
design.
Top either, Coach. Right? I mean, nobody.
Well, you have one safety, but once you two-line him, he's got to pick one side or the other.
Okay, so there you go.
So excellent play design, excellent execution.
So Perk Valley has a 14-0 lead, 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. Again, District 1 6A playoff. And, folks, again, everyone will say, well, CBS is 6-4, but let's remind yourself, every team that they lost to is in the District 1 playoffs. So, again, don't go by records, but that's, it's very important that they played tough. And Coach Chase is going to keep the speed up. I know I talked to him earlier on the field. All about pace tonight. He wanted to see how much he could get these guys running, moving, and that was one of his big ones.
And what a statement there to let CBE drive down the field, and then all of a sudden you basically go 80 yards.
Good point, Coach. So CBE lets it go into the end zone, bring the ball out to about the 20-yard line.
And it is a beautiful night. There's no wind tonight whatsoever.
Looking at the flag, Coach is not even moving.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful night for football.
So CBS will take over on their own 20-yard line, down 14-0. We have 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. They were driving the ball. They had their second drive. CB East got a drive going. Did get down to Perk Valley's about 22-yard line, but then stalled. They take over again. I formation, straight handoff back, missing several tackles down over the 30, down to about the 35-yard line.
And it's eerily similar to what we were here against Downingtown West, where Downingtown West would move the ball, and then somebody from Perk Valley, if you just hang in the drive as a defensive team, of course you want to always get threes and outs, but it's not always realistic. These high school offenses are tough to stop, but you hang in a drive and you make teams earn every bit of the way, and at some point they might make a mistake.
So now it's first and 10. A little bit of a fake reverse or handoff here to number 1. Dale Klein Kelly, he gets taken down for about 2-yard gain.
Well, that's your old or beloved buddy Larry Golansky's favorite play there. That was the old wing T buck sweep there. You saw both guards coming around. Now, again, I can't see everything from where our vantage point, but what a lot of teams are doing in that variation of the buck sweep now is instead of the guards going, it's a lot of times any uncovered lineman, and then everybody else will block down.
Okay, so 2nd and 8. Straight ahead handoff, straight back. Back to Ethan Shine. He's still moving down over Perk Valley. Was down over the 40, down to the 30, and he's about down to Perk Valley's 27-yard line. Nice run by Shine there. That was a hard run.
Hard, tough run right there.
And that was Coach Nothing Fancy. I think straight ahead basically was an I formation.
Yep. So like we said at the top of the program, they're going to run some I formation stuff. They're going to run some spread stuff, and they're going to run some wing T principles. So they give you a lot of variations.
So now 1st and 10. They are on Perk Valley's 26-yard line. Keller under center. Motion straight ahead, handoff and then they're met by Bowen, Bowen met him in the backfield. Nice job.
Well, that was
Vance Junker. Vance Junker was right there. Vance had him.
Now, he didn't make the tackle, but the initial penetration came from Jake Jonathan, causing the back to redirect. Once that back has to redirect, he loses all momentum, and he's not able to really get downhill on the run. And then Junker's able to come in and
clean up. So it makes it now a 2nd and 11. Less than 40 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Oh, another timeout.
That would be their last one if I'm right. Okay, so 34 seconds left to go. I think they took their last timeout.
So some of the fans on the Vikings sideline are saying that's their 4th timeout. There was a stoppage.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it was a timeout. Yeah. I just think there was a stoppage in the game.
Yep. So we have a stoppage here. Like I said, with 34 seconds left to go, Perk Valley leading 14-0. Coach, the winner of this game will either face O&J or Coatesville would be the next one. Obviously, would be away.
Yep. Well, if O&J wins, it would be here.
Would be here. It's correct.
If Perk Valley would win.
Would be it.
But if Coatesville, if everybody holds serve and PV's the higher seed in this game and Coatesville's the higher seed in that game, it would be a week 2 rematch.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Yep. Which was a very interesting game.
Oh, to say the least.
Very interesting game. So we're, like I said, 34 seconds left to go. 14-0. CB East has a 2nd and 11 on. And Keller. Okay, over under center. Shine behind him. A little bit of an inside, a little Sowie, I'd say. I'd call that a Sowie, Coach, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But a little inside handoff, a little, I'd say a little reverse coming back to them. Perk Valley met that well.
So for people who were wondering what we would call a Sally, it's aggressive on the front side. Well, really aggressive on the back side and kind of passive on the front side. You want to draw the defenders in. So it's almost like a half draw in a way. And you just get a little misdirection. And as Larry used to say to me, it's either going to hit or it's going to miss.
So that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Perk Valley leading 14-0. We'll be back right after this, folks, for a break. in action. Keller sprints out to his right, looks downfield, got a first down. Nice completion out there.
Well, you're seeing a lot of play action pass. CB East runs a really like a kind of a dynamic offense. They really they go to their sideline like crazy, but they're doing a lot of different things to get that up.
So it makes it 1st and 10 now. CB East on a drive on Perk Valley's 15-yard line. Keller straight handoff to Shine. Oh, first hit there initially at Perk Valley wrapped up.
It looked like it was Helinski in there again. Number 16, Brian Helinski, seemed to be in there to clean it up. I couldn't see who made every tackle inside. Now, this is where I think Perkiomen Valley's tough, because as you get inside that hot zone, inside the 15, the 10-yard line, everything compresses. So it makes there's less space to have to defend, and it makes everything a little bit tougher.
And now the CB's 2nd and 9 on Perk Valley's 14-yard line. Keller fakes it, takes off to the right side, has the ball, gets down over the 10, about the 9-yard line.
I just cannot believe, again, it's strange to me because you do everything to stay to your sideline from one quarter to the next. Everything is to your left. Now all of a sudden everything is to your right. And it just seems, again, it would be difficult to do, especially if you have a right-handed quarterback, to always go to your right or always go to your left. To not use the wide side of the field.
Coach, that's a great point, the way they've been going to their sidelines. So it's 3rd and 4 now. 10:26 left to go in the second quarter. Keller under shot, hands back to Shine, gets a straight-ahead handoff, gets down to about the 3-yard line, which will be a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
So that time they did go back to that side. Now, I don't think that's lost on Coach Young. I can see that the strength – because Bowenwood is the strong side. Number 15 is the strong side outside linebacker. The strength is absolutely going to their sideline.
So now under center, Keller straight handoff to Shine and gets down to about the 1-yard line and taken down by a host of Perk Valley Vikings. Ethan Shine seems Austin Henry bring that tackle there. I think Perk Valley now called a timeout.
And this might be a good timeout. Coach Young can talk to his guys, let them get a little break here, make an adjustment, maybe put in a goal line defense. Looks like
or something that he might have saw just last formation to think about now. Well, like I said, Coach, CB East is 6 and 4, but losing to all teams that are in district playoffs. So when you look at district play, you forget records. That's why I always say it's 0-0. Everyone's starting out it's clean slate.
That's the most fun part about it. And really the rankings, I don't even know how much stock you could put into it, because it's fun to just play teams that you don't play, that you haven't seen in years. That's the best part about the whole thing.
Now, these two teams did play quite a long time ago, called the Bucks Mine. I was a part of that. Okay,
but
so
we're probably looking at 30-plus years.
Yeah, that's true.
80s?
Very true. Yeah, very true. So, 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Keller under center. Straight hand back to Ethan Shine, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. So, and a little penalty flag afterwards.
So touchdown will count. It'll depend on who this is.
Yeah. There was a flag after the touchdown, so I'm curious to see how this is going to go. And one thing Coach Heist did tell us about, Coach, their kicking game seems to be unusual, the way CB East does a lot of unusual things with their.
Well, sometimes you do this stuff again if you don't have a quote unquote true kicker. You do things like muddle huddle, just make people a little uncomfortable. Maybe you don't get set just exactly right. Maybe you catch somebody sleeping. Like right now, Jeremy Brewer's going to get over here, but if he somehow was falling asleep because he was upset about a touchdown, they can come right over here.
And I find too, it takes time to practice because you still have to work against
it.
It takes time out of your practice just to be able to be prepared for something like this.
And there's a lot of variations of it. And like I said, if your kicking game isn't the best, you might be able to sneak to two-pointer there if somebody doesn't line up to something.
So they're in kicking formation. Kick is up, and it is good. It's 14-7, 9:55 left to go in the second quarter. I will give CBS credit. They came back here. They answered the call for Perk Valley. 14-0, Coach. I don't think they want to go down any more than that.
And that was an 80-yard drive. Klimek put that in the end zone, so that's a legitimate drive. And now something Coach Heiss was worried about is CB East in their kicking game. They love to do onside kicks, sky kicks, and so this is interesting here. You're going to probably see a version of the Perkiomen Valley Hands team to receive this kickoff.
And
right
a
here.
very good point. Coach Heiss was talking about that, saying about how their kickoffs are very unusual, a lot of action with their kickoffs. So we'll have to see how Perk Valley will defend it.
So it looks like the penalty was against the Vikings. Because CB East is going to kick from the Viking 45, which again is going to make them aggressive to kick even if you kick an onside kick, PV gets it at the 35.
Good point, Coach. I'm with you on that. Here's what you gamble.
That's a tough penalty.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see here what they do. CBS will line up two kickers. You see them both lined up at the field. You're not sure which way the ball is going to go. And I guess they're looking to their sidelines to figure it all out. So they're going to try it to the side.
Great job by Kersey.
Kersey go down the sidelines. He took the onside kick. He's down to the 20, about the 15-yard line.
Well, he caught that absolutely clean.
Brad Kersey caught that clean and took off. I think CB East was shocked. I don't think they were ready.
Well, again, we talked about Matt Farrington covering kicks. Now we got Brian Kersey. It makes a huge play, and that's an unbelievable play. And on that play, I couldn't tell if it was Helinski or if it was Bodwin, but they ran down there to try to get in front and make a block there. So huge turnaround here to get momentum back in the Vikings' favor.
And it definitely did. And so 9:48 left to go in a second, 14-7. CB's just scored, tried to kick off. Now Perk Valley's could answer. They are on CB's 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Kohler shotgun. Hands off here to his right. Trying to shake that tackle to get outside there. Rashim Brayson just couldn't shake the tackle, but he almost got there. So they held him to no gain.
I apologize. I called him Brian Kersey, an old player of mine. Bradley Kersey. But what a play. I mean, that was a good onside kick.
That was a heads-up play by Kersey.
It took that nice big bounce that you want, and he high-pointed it, and there's just nobody could get there fast enough.
So now again, we have 2nd and I'd say 10 again. Kohler shotgun. Perk Valley. An inside flip there to Helinski, I believe it was.
That was Purbon.
Mike
Purbon coming over from his slot position.
Little twist to there. He tried to give to Purbon, but again, done good job by CB East. They held him to a 2-yard gain. So I'll make it a 3rd and 9 with 8:55 left to go. Again, Perk Valley leading 14-7. CB East just scored, took it 80 yards, put it in. And then PV takes an onside kick, and Brad Kersey takes it back a good distance.
And we'll keep an eye. Klimek getting a break on this series.
So Kohler shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Looking to his right, back to his left. Now he's going to take off, sprints to his left. He's a good runner. I'd say he's got to be, and I think that's one thing, and he'll get a first down, ladies and gentlemen. I think people are underestimating this guy running the football, Ethan Kohler. I've got to say that.
Number 9, Dean Blackwell for the Patriots. He does a great job in coverage, but he's in limbo there because he doesn't know. He sees his guy getting open, but all of a sudden you got Kohler coming at you, and he's like, I got to either cover this guy or I got to come up and make a play. And until Kohler goes up and makes a first down, Blackwell comes up and makes the play, but that's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. You're right, Coach. So 1st and goal on CB's 5-yard line. 8:09 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Kohler back, looks to his right, flips it out the side. Purbon easy score, touchdown. That was a nice one. Nice place ball, and Purbon nice catch.
So again, quick answer there by the Vikings. And again, this is something that CB East will not be able to keep up with if they're going to give easy scores. It took all they had to go down the field and get within a touchdown, and I'm sure they could do it again. But I know their staff is not going to want to sit there and give up stuff that easy. And really, that drive is a credit to Bradley Kersey and the play he made.
Exactly right, Coach. 8:02 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Perk Valley for the extra point. Klimek kicks it up and good. 21-7, Perk Valley has the lead over CB East.
And Coach, you know this as well as I do. I would imagine in the playoffs, you start using more starters and more and more players that are more established on your special teams.
Yeah, that's exactly. And they played all year, and they're getting to that point now where they're not rookies anymore. You put those guys out there, you're expecting those plays from them when you put them out, especially 10th, 11th game of the season.
Yes.
You're
you've played into shape.
Yeah.
It's getting cooler out. You're going to put your best 11 on the field because you can steal plays in the playoffs on special teams.
And you know what, Coach? Those are plays again they can help you. They can help you like that Kersey play. That helped them out by giving them momentum going back and being able to score.
No question about it.
So now Perk Valley will kick off. 8:02 left to go. 21-7. Perk Valley leads. CB East, great job of answering, and Perk Valley came right back and answered them. So we'll see what CB East has on this drive for Perk Valley. Clement getting his work tonight kicking, and as you said, Coach got a rest last series. Maybe Coach Heiss, hey, give him give him a break.
Well, it's not bad to have Rasheem Grayson to go.
That's true too. Okay, so he squibs it on the ground. Short kick picks up there by number 42.
Again, Helinski makes
Joe
the play
Maglin.
there.
Joe Maglin takes the ball up over to about the 42-yard line. So they'll start at Perk Valley's 42-yard line.
So, interesting design there to have Klimek actually squib the ball. Maybe they're just trying to keep CB East off base because after the last one that he put in the end zone, you think, all right, well, why go to do anything different? But, again, maybe you could steal one there. And maybe his hamstring's not 100%. Who knows?
That's what I was thinking too, Coach. Maybe that might be one of them. So now we have CB starting on their own 40-yard line. Keller back in shotgun. Hands it off around the corner there. Declan Kelly gets it up over about the 46-yard line.
Well, this little short side sweep has been really good for the Patriots tonight. And keep an eye on Pat Keller here because every single time he does it, if you notice, he does that little bootleg off of it. And I'm sure somebody upstairs is just keeping an eye on that.
Yeah. All right, so we have a 2nd and 3 for CB East. 7:23 left to go. 21-7 Perk Valley in the second quarter. Keller under center. I formation, straight ahead handoff to Shine, which seemed to work in their last series. He seems a very tough runner. Shine has run well for them. Ethan Shine, 5'10", 225, is only a junior, but he has run tough.
5'10", 225 is a load.
Yeah.
That's a lot coming at you in high school football. I don't care who you play for. And you can see when the pile's there, he moves the pile.
So that puts CB's in a 1st and 10 into Perk Valley's territory. 6:53 left to go. Keller under center. Again, Coach, you're right. They're doing their double tight, spread things out. They're trying to jump their tight end, move their tight ends. Again, straight ahead handoff back to Shine. And he gets about 4 yards there.
Excellent play there by Carson Pasco from his outside linebacker position. Took it on with his inside shoulder, and a lot of times you don't even ask your outside backer to make that tackle. He actually made the tackle, but it's a 4-yard gain. So what has to happen is that outside backer and the inside backer have to kind of work in unison. So as the outside backer forces that in, the inside backer has to come clean that up.
Clean that up, make the tackle. And Coach, they're meant to bounce them outside, right, on this defense.
You want to you're like an arrow.
Go outside. So now a 2nd and 6. Keller back, fakes, looking downfield, has a man, but overthrows. Man, I think, and I'm going to say Brewer did a great job because I think that was an out and up, and he checked that man before he could get on his up pattern.
Yeah, and Keller did get hit on the throw, so I don't know if he tried to rush it and just throw it out there. He definitely put it in a spot where nobody else was going to get it. So in a lot of ways, it could be a very heads-up play because, again, they're 3rd and manageable. At 3rd and 7 in the plus 50, you've got to think they're thinking 2 downs.
2 downs, I would think so too, Coach. They have to if they want to keep pace with Perk Valley right now. So under 6 minutes left to go. Keller, again, under center. Shine behind him. Perk Valley dance around. Keller fakes it, sprints out to his right, looks downfield. Nobody there. Got hit again.
Again, I know they seem to really like their sideline, but there is a point in high school football where the short side of the field is the short side of the field. There is less room.
Patterns run, quarterback to get out,
it's a little tougher. Yeah, your throws are shorter because you're going to the shorter side, but there's not as much space to get open.
And Coach, I always say when you're short side, decisions got to be made quicker as quarterback. You can't.
I like a play action to the wide side and then back to the short, but going straight sprint out to the short side is very tough.
So it is a 4th down. They are going forward on 4th down.
You could see a quick kick too.
Yeah, that's true. Keller in shotgun. You might see that. I don't think they have enough men on the line of scrimmage, but that was what okay, so he throws out here and incomplete. So Perk Valley will take over on downs. And that's a successful win there for Perk Valley's defense. Nice job to hold up there and stand up.
Well, sometimes in these playoff games, and this is something that I always learned about North Penn, there's a point in the game, there's going to be, somebody told me this, there'll be 3 minutes where one of these teams are going to grab the game. And this is a situation right here where you could grab the game. You had to stop here at midfield. If you can drive and score a touchdown here, you're putting a lot of pressure on CB East.
And that's Coach is correct. It's 5:52 left to go. Kohler looks out there to Dawson Dedebe. He makes one tackle. Oh, he dropped the ball. And I'm not sure. It's still on the ground. We'll see who comes up with it. Looks like Central Bucks East comes up with that ball, but a nice throw there. Matt LeBlair came up with that fumble cut, but that was a great hit. Dawson tried to make a run, after the catch, get down the field, and it was just a good hit he was just kind of pinched.
Yep, and hey, give CB East a lot of credit there. Again, the one X factor, we said PV could really take control of the game, but turnovers. Turnovers are the one thing that is so maddening for coaches. You don't want to give possessions. I always say you get about 8 possessions a game.
Yep.
You don't want to take any of those away from yourself.
So now Keller in shotgun. CB East takes over. Handoff to Declan Kelly. Oh, now he puts it on the ground. And Perk Valley, I think, has the ball back again.
So how often do you see back-to-back turnovers like that? That's unbelievable.
And, Coach, you're talking about one team ready to catch it. I mean, there was Perk Valley's chance, and there was now CB.
Yep, and
so now it's back.
And they just can't be loose with the football. And tonight's not a night. I mean, what a difference a week makes. But, there's no wind tonight. There's no weather. I mean, it is as perfect football conditions for a district game as you could get. You got to take care of the football, both teams.
And we said turnovers magnify in this type of game. So now with 5:38 left to go, Perk Valley will take over on CB's 46-yard line. Kohler. Oh, intercepted there by Connor Callaghan. Nice. I got to tell you, Callaghan, that was a great catch.
That was.
Great interception.
Well, one thing Perk Valley does really well is they have these comeback routes, and they have great timing routes. And I got to think CB East worked on them all week and said, we're going to jump one of these. And there was the opportunity. But, boy, that was a great break on the football, a great interception. And, man, I don't know. I've been watching football a long time. I've never seen 3 turnovers in a row.
That's true, Coach. That's 3 plays, 3 turnovers. And Kohler's done a great job with the football. I mean, he's only had 3 interceptions. That's his 4th one of the year. So he's done a good job of protecting the football.
That's a heck of a play.
That was a heck of a play, right. So now CB East will take over 1st and 10 on Perk Valley's 48-yard line. Keller steps back, looks down the field, has a man open, and go! Just over the outstretched hands. Good job by Brewer to be there.
Well, good timing there. Almost making a great really a great football there. I mean, really gave his receiver an opportunity to catch the football. I think that was intended for Tommy Day. That was number 15 there. Matt Leboulier. I'm going to give
Leboulier. That's what it is, Coach. I'm going with that one.
We have Bodwin, so we got a couple. A couple
so
tough
now
ones.
We have a 2nd and 10. Keller in under center, hands back to Ethan Shine. Ethan Shine straight ahead, but met by a host of Vikings. I only think it's about 2 yards.
Again, really impressive. I know there's a host of Vikings there, but Carson Pasco actually made a great play there. He set the edge and then spun in and actually was able to stop that penetration. Now, again, 3rd and 7.
CB East has to do something with their coach too if they want to keep with this game.
Oh,
if they turn this ball back to Perk Valley here, this could be trouble for them again. So I think they really need to do something in this series. So we got a 3rd and 8. Keller under center. CB East is on Perk Valley's 46-yard line. He sprints out to his right, looks downfield.
Great timing route.
And had a receiver open there. Matt LeBourriere over there on the sidelines. That's a first down. So CB East moves the chains. It'll be with 4:37 left to go.
And I feel bad if we're getting Matt's name wrong, but now he's starting to make a lot of plays
Matt,
too. So
we'll do what we can,
Matt. Good for you, young man.
But it will be right now. They are on Perk Valley's 39-yard line driving. Keller under center. CB East straight ahead handoff to Ethan Shine. Ethan Shine seems to be their bruiser back, Coach. Like he's tough to bring down. I mean, they seem to be that eye back. They like to run in there. And
so the freshman Cole Euchre there making an appearance here in the playoffs does a nice job knifing in there and making a tackle for no gain. And I imagine CB East will take their time here.
So now Keller again, 2nd and 10 again. No gain on the first play. Ethan Shine to the right side. Gets about 9 yards. He gets down to about Perk Valley, I'd say about the 25-yard line.
So this is a tough offense. Now, that time they overload, and there's a lot on that side of the football field. And I just see PV's trying to make some substitutions, trying to
get bodies in.
Just trying to get some bodies in.
So now it's a 3rd and 2. And Coach, you want to talk about overload there. There's Shine straight ahead with it, first down and more, and he gets down to Perk Valley's, I'd say down to about the 14-yard line. And, Coach, I think they had 5 or 6 players over to the right side.
Yeah,
I think that was so unbalanced.
Side. But I'll tell you, Shine is starting to wear on the Viking defense here a little bit. He's a load. He's 225 pounds, and he's starting to get downhill.
Yeah, you're talking about 5'10", 225. So here we go. 1st and 10. Again, they're loaded up on the left side this time. Straight to Shine again. Straight back to handoff. He gets, I'd say, about 6 yards. He gets down to about – okay, we have a little scuffle going on. All right. So flags are flying, so just everyone calmer heads need to prevail.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything to jeopardize your football team.
And Coach, you get thrown out of this
sides.
game. You're not. Next week you won't play for your districts, right?
Hey, who knows? And nothing says there is a next week.
Well, that's right. So don't end it that way. That's correct. Good point, Coach.
And it looks like the way CB East is walking backwards that it will be on CB East.
Officials are talking about it right now, trying to figure out who. And we're waiting to see here. Here's the call.
Oh, it's against the Vikings.
Perk Valley.
Oh,
no, against offsetting. So it's against both teams. Okay, so offsetting, both teams are given a warning.
Now, the only thing is, in the books, you can only have 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it's offsetting and we don't see the ball go either way, both players are written down. If they get a second on sportsmanlike.
And then they're I got you, Coach.
They
Okay.
will be ejected from the football game. So
3:06 left to go before half. 21-7, Vikings leading. CB East putting a drive here. They're on Perk Valley's 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from Perk Valley's 8-yard line. Again, unbalanced left. Keller in under center. I would think it's going to always take it out, and it rolls out to the right. Nobody's home. Perk Valley, and he's in for a score, I would say. I think he got across. Yeah, there's a touchdown.
So they've been setting that up for a long time. They've been running that little sweep, and every single time they ran that sweep, the quarterback has carried out his fake, and that time, that was the opportune time to take it, and he took it.
Coach, you said earlier, watch him. You said he was going to be setting something up. So here's the muddle huddle now for CB East.
So after 3 turnovers, there was a case where Previe could have taken this game because they are getting the ball at half. Now I know Coach Heiss is thinking, all right, let's get a drive together here, maybe get a score, and then get the ball
come
at
back
half.
out. Kick is up, and it is good. Just barely across the upright.
Side bender there.
Yep, but it counts. So with 2:50 left to go in the second quarter, we have 21-14, Perk Valley leading. And you're right, Coach. I think Coach Heist, 250. I mean, you.
Oh, no question. Yeah, he's
plenty of time. I don't think there's any time to
too
think
much time.
And you're right, Coach Heist is one of those. He likes to score before half, get that ball right after the halftime, and come back out and do another one. He's one of his theories he likes.
And it's tough. And I'm sure Coach, for Coach Young and the defensive staff, it's tough to pull a turnover, and it's just the emotions are up and down, and down, and that's hard to deal with. And CB East has a nice little game plan. They're sticking to their guns. It seems like it's run to set up a pass, run, set up a pass, and they're not doing anything to get themselves in trouble.
So here comes one of these kickoffs again for CB East. We're going to see how Perk Valley elects to defend this. And as you saw in the other one, folks, they kind of have two kickers up there. They're going to see which way you want to go. Kersey the last time, 33 for Perk Valley.
Definitely a lot of backs and receivers out there for the Vikings return team.
So now CB East is lined up. So now, they're going to pop it up in the air here. Perk Valley takes it, brings it over here. Poor Bond over the 40, over the 45, up to the 50. He takes the shoulder down, gets up to about the 48-yard line.
There was a penalty here. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, I saw the flag at the end there. I mean,
didn't see a whole lot, but
and Mike Porbon was not going to be brought down there. He was determined to take somebody with him.
I tell you, it's got to be a little frustrating. I mean, to a point, if you're CB East, to not have that kicking game to really be able to put some pressure on. Now they're going to have a hold here, and it's going to bring the Vikings back. But really, that's tough in a 6A game where you have a lot of starters out there on the return team to just give that much room up.
I think you can only window shadow or you do for so long, Coach. You're kicking game, and then it's going to catch up to you. I mean,
you're just giving up field position.
Right. I mean, it's and that hurts your defense, obviously, because that puts more pressure on them. So with 2:41 left to go, Perk Valley leading 21-14. They were across the 50-yard line. A penalty will move them back. They are now on CB's 42-yard line.
But even at the 42 at midfield, you still, as a play caller, feel like you can be aggressive. You're not pinned.
So Kohler in shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Coming here to his right, a little bit option. Pitch back to Beck. Beck takes it across the 45 up to about the 48-yard line. Out of bounds. I think that'll stop the clock. 2:34 left to go.
So CB East has decided with in this 2-minute type of drill here that they're going to go with a cover 4 here. So that's going to be a lighter box. To be able to pull that off, you're going to have to pull a linebacker, an outside backer out of the box, and it's usually the weak side box. And that time the Vikings go over to the another illegal shift.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there's another penalty flag, so it's coming back, folks.
But Coach Heist exploited that weak side with the lack of numbers, but now it's going to come back.
And that will put so first and I'd say 14 for Perk Valley. That was a 5-yard penalty. 2:34 left to go till halftime. 21-14 Perk Valley. Kohler again in shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 right. And Beck out there, just a flip out there to Beck. Oh, Ethan Shine was all over that.
I'll tell you, Ethan Shine, he's a good football player. We're seeing him really play. Now, he's limping a little bit after that, but I think he'll be fine.
Hey, Coach, you were talking about breaking down there. He broke down, made a nice tackle, open field. Open field tackling is very tough. So that puts Perk Valley, I'd say, at about a 2nd and 18. Under 2:10 and counting to go till halftime. Kohler in shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 left. Beck beside him. Again, fakes to Beck, looks down the field, throws out here to Porbon. Porbon gets it on about the 45, down about the 47-yard line. So he'll be short.
But this is what having a great high school quarterback, and I would put Ethan Kohler in the great category as far as high school quarterbacks. I mean, here you are, 2nd and 18, and all of a sudden now you're 3rd and 6. I mean, you are in a manageable down and distance because you have a quarterback from the pocket who can throw a strike to the wide side flat. That's impressive.
And you had some pretty good quarterbacks too, Scott Reed.
They're a luxury, believe me. They'll make you look good.
So 3rd and 5 now. Perk Valley on their own 47-yard line. Kohler shotgun, looks down the field, decides to take it down, take off. Will not have enough for the first down, only gets to about the 48-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now we'll see what Coach Heist wants to do here.
Well, that's a big decision for Coach Heist. I think the numbers would say to punt here, but because again you're getting the ball at half. But again, it looks like they're going to be aggressive.
Yep. So it looks like
you also might see them take a try at getting them to draw them off and then calling a timeout with about 1 second left.
Okay, so we're down
clock.
under 118. I was even thinking pooch punt too, Coach, is right here but I don't think Coach Heist will. Kohler is in shotgun, 2 receivers on each side. Beck beside him.
Now here's the big thing in this half, and we said
Coach Heist calls a timeout.
CB East has no timeouts left.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so
you're right, Coach.
They're going to get the ball with about 1:04, but I don't see them as an offense that's really going to go the length of the field with no timeouts. So they might be content to be down a touchdown, after the half that we've gone through. So it'll be interesting.
I would be happy if I went in 21-14 right now I'd be happy right now. I'm not saying now but you're in a good spot. You're still in a good spot, as you well know.
No question
it's
about
just,
it. I haven't
play
seen
here
Coach
and there.
Ice bring his punt team out here yet.
We know Coach Heist.
He's a maverick.
He's not holding back. Coach Heist is, it's winning it. He's going.
I mean, the guy has four
championships, so he probably knows what he's doing down there. Yeah, I think he knows that, right? So now
he's doing something right.
Kohler, I'd say it's a 4th and 4 in shotgun. 2 receivers either side, Beck beside him. Oh, it's a pooch kick. There we go. And that's going to roll down. That's going to stay down there. Get him down to about the 25-yard line. So,
and again, I don't see CB East doing a whole lot here with under a minute and no timeouts.
Don't make a mistake because you're going to get Perk Valley.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell them. I mean, and I think Perk Valley may have a timeout left, so they could. But we have 57 seconds left till halftime. 21-14 Perk Valley. And CB East here again. We saw a crazy series of play there, Coach, where we had 3 turnovers in 3 plays.
And really, that was well executed. That's the right decision there. You don't want to give CB East, and you don't want to give them the ball at midfield. There's just no way you'd want to do that, especially if you're getting the ball at half.
So now, like you said, under a minute left to go, CB East has the ball on their own 25-yard line. Keller is in shotgun, looking back. He's laying it up. He's got a man down the middle of the field. No, well covered there by Ricky and Brewer on either side of him. LeBleu, they went to him again down the middle of the field. And, Coach, they're seeing something there because they've attacked.
They have. I mean, and they're going after Richie and Brewer there. Now, maybe you think first down with PV having 1 timeout left, you could take that shot and still run out the half.
As I said, that's my concern. You don't want to go 3 and out here real quick and give Perk Valley.
Yeah.
Okay, so they throw it out to the right. Oh, great play there coming up by Perk Valley. Make the tackle inbounds. And as you said, they are out of timeout, CBE, so they cannot stop the clock.
But they will have to run one more play.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so Coach Heist did take a timeout here.
He did take a timeout, okay. So, again, to stop the clock, 38 seconds left to go, 21-14, Perk Valley. Again, Coach Heist is going to try to get him into 4th down, maybe make something happen. You never know, punt return, ball over the head. Anything can happen on a night like this, for sure. So, I believe that would be Perk Valley's last timeout.
Yes.
Folks, beautiful night here. And I want to encourage everybody too. Our winter sports are going to be starting up here. Make sure you get out and support our Viking athletes in the winter time. We want they need your support. To everybody in the community, thanks for all your support of Perkiomen Valley athletics. We greatly appreciate all you people do to help our school community. It means a lot to us. So 44 seconds left to go here. 21-14 Perk Valley leads.
This is the worst part of November and December. It's the best games, but it also means it's coming.
It's coming to an end. I formation, quick handoff straight ahead. Coach, I think this is a play that I think CB East is going to exploit a lot more the second half.
Yeah, oh, they're getting on the.
They're getting them back on the ball again. They're trying to move.
Deep.
And the clock's going to keep moving again. They're out of timeouts. He spikes the ball. So that would stop the clock with 34 seconds left to go. Another shot down the field, Coach?
I think you might see that here.
Yeah, take some shots, yeah.
You know, around the country, a lot of these teams have huddle, and I know a video was sent to us where a guy tried to spike a ball, and a guy came in and made an interception.
It was an incredible play.
Crazy things happen.
So now CB East, 2nd and 10. 34 seconds left to go. Keller in shotgun. Again, they may take another shot down the field here. Okay, he's looking over to the sideline, getting instructions, talking to his lineman. Now he's back in shotgun. Perk Valley just dropping straight back. He looks. Now he takes off towards his right. Nothing there. Keller down the sidelines, and he steps out of bounds. Stops the clock. It's about 26 seconds to go. I'm not sure if did he get a first down there, Coach?
I think he's just short.
Yeah, just
but
short.
He did stop the clock.
Did stop the clock. So 3rd down and 3 to go for CB East. They're on their own 49-yard line. I saw that time, Coach. Perk Valley, 4 guys just start running back. Keep everything underneath.
See 4 across. You almost got 5 across here in the back.
Okay, straight ahead, handoff again to Ethan Shine. He's down across the 50, down around the 45.
They're going to get on the ball and spike it again.
Yep, they're going to try to spike it again. They'll take their shot. 21 seconds left to go. And you remember, they stop the clock until they move the chains. Then they start him again. Starts back up. He spikes it. It's now 17. I was wondering if Coach Basil told one of the linemen to try to do that, dive across and catch a spike like we were passing around the video.
But you can see how that can happen. The linemen stand up. They know it's a spike, It's just
or that famous Dan Marino spike, where
the fake one,
throws it out there. So now it puts a 2nd and 10 for CB East. Again, they got about 15 seconds going to play clock. They go over on the sidelines. 21-14, Perk Valley. 17 seconds left to go to a half. Keller up over the ball. Play clock 3, 2, 1. They get it off in time, but he's running for his life. Jake Bowen had a shot at him, and now he just gets taken down by other.
That's going to do it.
Yeah, that will do it. And he was chased
They're not
down.
Get another play off.
Vance Junker on that tackle also. So that will take us to halftime. Perk Valley leads 21-14. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, after halftime for the second half. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody, to the beginning of the second half. Perk Valley leading 21-14. They will receive the second half kickoff. And if you're with us first half, we were talking about the play of the kickoff style that the CB East uses. They have two different kickers, so they're going to make you anticipate which way that ball is going. So they will kick off, and Perk Valley, as I said, will get possession to start the second half. And a pop up in the air. Perk Valley takes a Helinski, and I think it's Bowen is brought down, and there is a penalty flag.
It just didn't seem there. It doesn't seem like there's enough of a return to even have a penalty.
Penalty flag. That's what I said, Coach. I think he came up, and I'm not Bowen. I'm sorry, it was Carson Pasco that brought the ball up, but sideline warning against CB East is what that was right there. Okay, I was going to say because I didn't see much blocking going on.
No.
So Perk Valley will take off again, 21-14, 11:57. We're just the beginning of this third quarter here. Perk Valley.
Well, this is a huge drive for both teams.
You're a good call, Coach, and you're right. They need to do something here. So Perk Valley will be taking over. Kohler and shotgun. Perk Valley on their own 37-yard line. High snap back to Klemick, which you haven't seen much of straight ahead. Klemick's breaking wide open. Klemick's over the 30, the 25, the 20. He's going in for a touchdown. But we have a flag, folks. Back here at the 38-yard line, there is a yellow flag laying there. Coach, I'm going to say Klemick didn't show any hamstring problems there, right?
No, I mean, no, not at all. But, again, I'm not sure. We got a hold against the Vikings.
Yeah, coming back, folks, coming back.
Coach Heiss is beyond frustrated.
Yeah, and he's trying to figure out the number here right now. Yeah. It's signify holding, so that brings back a.
And this is tough for Coach Heiss because he's over here. Play goes to the left side, so it's as far away from him as he can. So it's a tough argument to make. You're just frustrated because you get something good going and you have an explosive play and then it comes back. So break for CB East. And, yeah, it must have been just a little bit ahead of the line of scrimmage because it's not quite 1st and 20.
So, yeah, it'll be right now. It
is. Yeah,
1st and 20. Yep. So Perk Valley goes back to their own 27-yard line. So first down and 20 for Perk Valley after that long touchdown run called back on a holding play. Kohler in shotgun, looks out here to his right, out to DeBebe. DeBebe brought down quickly there by CB East. Nice job down there by Matt LeBouliere. Nice job of bringing down DeBebe. DeBebe a big target too, Coach. I mean, he's tough to bring down.
He's really good at using his body, especially on those comeback routes. He shields people off nice. He's got a little bit of a basketball background, so he knows how to box out and come back to the football. And yeah, I'm sure Ryan Klemick got to be tired. I mean, that's an 80-yard run or 70-yard run.
So Kohler shotgun, second down, looks out to his right, pulls it down, takes off up the middle, dragging defenders with him, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, which will be the 38-yard line.
Well, number 42 for the Patriots, Joe Maglin, does a nice job. Like, that's what we were talking about. Sometimes tackles don't always have to be these booms and these big hits. He got his arms around Kohler and he hung on, and you let your buddies come in and help you out. Yep. But you don't want to overrun and try to hit them hard. These backs will make you look silly on both sides of the ball.
So with 10:40 left to go in the third quarter, 3rd and 8 for Perk Valley. Kohler in shotgun. Steps back, looks down to his right, out to his right again. DeBebe again. Quick turnaround, gets the ball out here to about the 49-yard line of CB East. They get across midfield, so it will be a first down. And there's a yellow flag, so it might be a face mask also.
I think we're going to get some form of face mask tacked on here. But, again, let's just go back to the play. Very well executed, very well run. DeBebe knows where the sticks are. They're running their vertical concept, so against that three high, what they're going to do, they're going to try to two-line the middle safety, and then the outside guys are going to come back on those deep third corners. And DeBebe does a nice job. It's about 2 yards past the first down marker, and Ethan's ready to throw him the football and puts it right on target.
And Coach, and all that's coming. That's in the summer when they do all this work, right? All that time.
Oh, no question. And they're doing that in camp, and they're talking. At least they should be talking. Hey, down a distance. What do we need? But again, we're in the 11th game of the year, and they know what to do.
So first down for Perk Valley. Kohler shotgun, hands back to Beck. Beck up the middle. Doesn't get much yardage here. Only gets about, I'd say, a yard or two. But they're now on CB East 44-yard line. We have 10:09 left to go in the third quarter. 21-14 Perk Valley. On the move here. They took the second half kickoff. Had a great long touchdown run by Ryan Clemick, but it was called back on a hold. But now Perk Valley is on the move again.
Well, that last play, number 78, Jimmy Molave, did a nice job of extending on his defender and playing down the line.
Kohler shotgun. Clemick behind him. Beck. So he dumps down, just dumps it out here to Beck. Beck takes off with it down the sidelines. I'm not even sure Beck was the original receiver, but he gets a first down. That's a senior quarterback keeping his composure, Coach.
It's unbelievable. And the thing is, he can do what a lot of he just flicks his hand. I mean, it's just so quick. Like, he had to bring the ball down. I think a hand went across his face mask. I didn't grab it or anything.
I thought there was a face mask.
But just so cool and collected, and just flick the hand, just flick the wrist, and it's right on his receiver, and Beck does the rest with the football.
So 9:37 left to go in the third quarter. Here we go, 1st and 10, Perk Valley on the move. Straight back, hand off to Beck again. Beck is running tough right now. He's hard to bring down right now, and he takes it up for about, I'd say, 4-yard gain.
Well, I got to tell you, man, the Euchre brothers, Austin Henry, Jonathan, they're doing an amazing job in there. Vinny Corpolis, they're moving some people right now. I think they're playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder right now. I can see them. I could see a little bit of push there, especially Euchre at the right guard right there. That trap went his way.
So now Kohler 2nd and 6 in shotgun. Hands again. Now Beck up the middle for a big gain. Goes up to about the 9-yard line for a first down.
But then you can't see this, but obviously football purists, we love this stuff. Vinny Corpolis in a combo with Cole Euchre. With Seth Johnson, Jake Johnson coming around. I mean, any back would love to run behind these guys.
So now 1st and goal. They're on the 9-yard line. Handoff back to Clemick. Clemick off the left side. He takes some defenders with him. Gets down to about the 3-yard line. Again, 8:30 with left to go in the third quarter. 21-14 Perk Valley on the move. Took the second half kickoff. They made a 77-yard touchdown run, but were called back. But now they're on the move again, and they are on CB East own 4-yard line. Kohler shotgun. Beck to his left. Kohler's going to keep it this time, and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, that was a statement drive, and this is what good football teams have to do. Resiliency. You had a play called back. And obviously it takes the wind out of your sails. You're 1st and 20. You make a couple plays with the pass, and then all of a sudden you showed your dominance with the run game there. I mean, there was a screen in there, but give the Perkiomen Valley offensive line a lot of credit on that drive. They did an outstanding job of just taking the physicality to CB East.
Yep, that's right. And now line up for the extra point to make it 28-14, and the kick is up and good. So 28-14 to go, 8:05 left to go in the third quarter. And again, Coach O's linemen, Jake Johnson, Austin Henry, Reed Overholzer, Grant Euchre, and Tim Ledger. We want to give those guys compliments up front because they've done a great job all year. Again, those linemen don't get enough recognition. So, like I said, 8:05, 28-14. Coach Heist, all that we talk, Coach. That's what he wants. Get the ball the second half, take it down the field and score, and he feels that's a deflating thing to the other team.
No question. And we said, hey, this is going to be a big drive. And right now I think you're getting into this drive right here for the CB East Patriots is going to determine the way this football game goes. Right here, Perk Valley, of course, wants to stop CB East. I mean, they're only down 2 scores, so they're going to stay patient. They've been doing it all night. Shine has been spectacular. He's leaning on that Perkiomen Valley defense. This is the time PV's defense, they got the rest over halftime. Their offense just got them a nice long drive. Now they got to come up big and get a defensive stop.
And I agree with you. I think we're going to see Ethan Shine, a dose of him from CBE. So the kick goes down. They take it on about the 10-yard line. Straight up the field, gets across to about the 32-yard line. So CB East will take over on their own 32-yard line.
And Michael Purbon, another one of those starters. A starter on kickoff coverage. He's made a couple plays today on the kickoff team, and that's what playoff football is about. The best 11 need to be on the football field contributing to their football team.
And, Coach, we said you win or go home. I mean, there's no tomorrow. If you're not winning today, there's no tomorrow to play.
And there's no fingers you can point if you're not on the field. If you're saying, hey, I need a break on special teams, well, you can't point fingers at people. So these guys want to play.
So 1st and 10, CB East takes over on their own 32-yard line. Keller under center. Jump the tight end. They're going to. Here's Ethan Shine. Coach and I were figuring might be a heavy dose of him. Perk Valley does a great job there, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
And again, this is obviously, we saw this in the first half. CB's game plan: run to their sideline, run a lot of shine, and set up play action pass. So now they're 2nd and 9. Again, they don't have to get away from what they do, but this is where, like I said, I think the Vikings defense is at its freshest point right now, coming out of halftime after a long offensive drive.
And Ryan Boozer there does a nice job stopping it. Again, straight ahead handoff. Ethan Shine again, straight ahead. Gets some positive yardage. Keeps rumbling. Not down yet, but now he's finally brought down.
Boy, he is tough. You got to give him credit and give the CB East offensive line a lot of credit. They're doing a nice job there. Jimmy Mullavey, Sean Connors, Liam Powers, Joe Collins, Regan McCullough, and Collins, Powers, and Connor all play both ways, and we're seeing all of them play both ways. So this is a battle here.
So we're at 6:54 in the third quarter. 3rd and 2. Yes, this will move CB East back. They jumped a little bit, so they're now going to be, I'd say, a 3rd and 7. As we said, 6:51 left to go in the third quarter. Perk Valley leading 28-14. They came out and took the second half drive down the field. Had a touchdown call back, but then they, again, did a great job, drove it down, put it in for the score to make it 28-14. And as Coach Reed said, and I think he has a good point, big drive here for CBs. They got to do.
And that one hurts.
Turn it back over.
That one hurts.
Yeah. So 3rd and 8 will give CB East on their own 40-yard line. Keller straight back, out to the side, flips it out. And I believe I have enough for a first down.
Very nice timing route. And we've seen number 15 on both sides of the ball. Matt Lobouliere has done a nice job. He plays a nice corner, and he's doing a nice job at the receiver position. Not easy going both ways.
No,
it really isn't.
Yeah, that's right. We know that's very true. All right, so we have a first down. They got a first down. They're on their own 48-yard line. Keller under center. I formation. Hands back to Ethan Shine, straight ahead. Ethan's been their workhorse for him here in this game. So I'd say he'll get about 2 yards.
What's going to be key, I think, right here at this point is if Perk Valley gets a stop and gets a score, that's going to make CB East uncomfortable. Right now, they're not uncomfortable yet.
Right.
As long as they can keep running shine, they can mix into play action, they can mix into pass. They're executing very well. This is a huge drive here.
So now we have 2nd and 8, under 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Straight back handoff again to Ethan Shine again. Straight ahead handoff, and again stopped there by host of Viking Jake Jonathan being one of them there. And I want to say also Carson Pasco was in on that play.
Well, we picked the wrong press box here tonight, Coach.
To be over that one.
It's not easy for us to see over there. Somebody did a nice job collapsing that side, but you're seeing that over again. They're trying again. They're covering the tight end, pulling the outside backer out. Somebody did a nice job coming down and squeezing that edge.
So now 3rd and 5 for CB East on their own 47-yard line. Keller straight ahead handoff to Shine again. Shine again is met at the line of scrimmage by host of Vikings. Say Gage Young is one of them. Also Cole Ecker is there. And again, officials are getting everyone's screaming and yelling a little bit, pushing and shoving. Okay. A little heated tempered. Personal foul against Perk Valley. So this will give CB East a first down.
Personal foul called against Perkiomen Valley.
Not what Coach Heiss wants to see or Coach Young wants to see, that's for sure. Don't give them first down this way.
We can't hear the whistle here, so I don't know if that was something that happened after the whistle. If it was really late, I'm not sure. So it's hard for me to speak to that one.
So 5:05 left to go in the third quarter. CB East first down. They're inside the Viking territory. Keller straight back. Oh, they do a flip back, throw deep, but he seems well covered. Good job by Jeremy Brewer. Oh! I think they're going to call interference.
It's not on Jeremy Brewer, though. It's going to be
Ricky.
on, I guess it's going to be on on Ricky.
Yeah, because he wasn't looking. He was kind of face guarding.
I don't know if his back
Okay.
was turned again. We can't see that.
No.
But it looked like a pretty darn good play on the ball. And Perk Valley's defense was right in position. It's not like the flea flicker fooled them at all.
No.
So, again, this is where you're going to have some resilience.
It's not a spot foul, folks. It's not high school football. I think it's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, so it's not a spot foul as it is in the pros. So they get a first down. It will give them a new set of downs. Now they are on Perkiomen Valley's 21-yard line. 4:53 left to go. 28-14. Perk Valley is leading. CB East is on the move. Keller under center. Shine behind him again. Fakes it there. Oh, he tries to roll out. Bowman did a great job of holding him up there. And then the rest of the Perk Valley group responded.
Well, again, it comes down. This is that resiliency you got to have. Yes, they've had a couple tough calls against them. Again, you can agree or disagree, but those calls, they're not going to put the flag back in their pocket and take them away. But this is what you do. You make a play. Bowman comes up and makes a big play here, and this is what has to happen. You can complain all you want, or you go out there and make something happen.
And Coach, we were saying
Great
weak
job.
side there. They tried to get the weak side again, did they not?
Yeah,
tried
they
to
were.
fake PV.
They were. He was definitely looking to his sideline.
Yeah. So now again, Keller backhands back to Ethan Shine again. He gets Perk Valley comes up, makes a hit, and takes him down at about the 20-yard line. Not sure what brought him down.
Halitsky just kind of threw his
hitting?
arms out there,
and
it just stopped Shine in his tracks. So
I thought Shine was going to keep moving. All of a sudden, he went the other direction. So a 3rd and 8 now for CB East. And again, there's no doubt they're going for it here, no matter what they have to do. So now 3rd and 8. 3:40 left to go in the third quarter. Unbalanced left. Hand to Shine again. Oh, again met there at the line of scrimmage.
Number 77 for the Vikings,
Yes.
Cole Euchre. Again, the freshman makes a big play on the stop there. And you've noticed Coach Conley is rotating these D linemen in, trying to keep them fresh. You got the 3-3 stack, 3 of these D linemen. You're just going to keep rotating
That was
them
a
in.
great stop by Euchre there. He stopped him in his tracks. So now it makes it, folks, a 4th down. 4th and 8 for CB East. Crucial down here. 3 minutes left to go. They're going to try a field goal, okay? So they're going to try to kick it.
I would say Perk Valley's in a safe. They're not looking to block this
I saw their
whatsoever.
kicker. I don't know if he was blocked. And it was blocked by Perk Valley. And I believe recover number 5 gets in there with the block. Carson Pasco.
Well, that's a huge play for the Vikings there. And again, I don't know the kicking game for CB East Patriots. Of course, that would have put them within 2 scores. But again, I think touchdowns right now are a premium. Again, I don't want to second guess a coach, and
that's why we're
that's
up
a tough
here,
field
Coach.
goal
You're
for a
down
high
there.
school football player.
That was. You're right, Coach. And Coach, I do got to tell you, I was watching pregame. He wasn't kicking them from real far, so I wasn't sure if that capability would have been there. But again, so gives Perk Valley the ball. 2:47 left to go. They are on CB's 25-yard line. Kohler in shotgun. Fakes Kansas Clement coming right towards us. Shoots makes one tackle miss, makes another tackle miss, gets up over about the 30-yard line, up to about the 32.
So in this outside zone, Clement can get around. He gets that ball, and he has basically from the tackle to the sideline. As soon as he sees grass, he could put his green grass. He could put his foot down in the turf and make a 90-degree cut to get vertical, and that's exactly what he did. And he picked up 7 for the Vikings.
Yeah, tough run by Clement, that's for sure. So now we have a 2nd and 3. 2:18 left to go in the third quarter. Perk Valley leading 28-14. Kohler shotgun sends Clement in motion. Fakes, looks straight down the field. I think he's looking out here to Beck. Beck with the ball. Beck rumbling down there about the 45-yard line with another first down.
Nice little mesh concept there where you got, I think it was almost like a crossing pattern or crossers And basically Beck, I think, came from the other side of the field there with a little play fake in there. An empty set, and we're seeing empty sets right here out of Coach Heist, and now they're back to a two-back set.
So it makes a first down for Perk Valley on their own 45-yard line. Kohler shotgun again. They're on the move. High snap, but gets it there. Oh, nice run there by Kersey, Brad Kersey, who came up with a big play. And Coach, it's nice to have the luxury to have the back like this now to throw in here.
Absolutely. He gives you a different dynamic. And, again, I know they probably want to get that snap down a little bit, but Coach Heist comes out in empty. Now they're in a two-back, and they're just kind of varying their looks for CB East, not making it comfortable for them.
So 1:39 left to go in the third quarter. Perk Valley on the move again, second and 2. He pitches out to Clemick. Nice little move, makes a defender miss. Another defender miss and gets a first down. That was all on Ryan Clemick right there, folks.
Yeah, nice job. But again, the whole point of the offense, let's get athletes in space. All right, we'll take care of the box, but we want to get our guys that we think can make one-on-one plays in space, and the Vikings were able to achieve that there, and Clemick does a nice job making a player miss.
So 1:16 left to go in the third quarter. Perk Valley 1st and 10 on the move. They're on CB East's own 43-yard line. Kohler shotgun. Fakes to Clemick. Looks to his right. Now he sprints out. Still running. Now he fakes the pass. Takes it back down and gets up the field and gets some positive yardage.
It's just so collected there. I mean, it doesn't even look like – it looks like he's in slow motion. I mean, it looks like the game's in slow motion for him. He's just deciding what he feels like doing. And that's what's going to happen for any player who plays in a lot of games. The whole game slows down and everything, and your processing just gets better and better. That time, he does a nice job of keeping his eyes down the field, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defenders to, do I stay in coverage or I got to come up and make a play on this 200-pound quarterback?
Good point, Coach. So, less than a minute left to play in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Perk Valley. Again, Ethan back, looks down the field. Oh, dumps right to Clemick over the middle, and he's down to about the 12-yard line. Coach, I looked at the C's open up there, and Clemick Ryan just made a nice little seam run down the middle.
Yeah, nice touch pass by Kohler. But here's what's happening. The Vikings are establishing themselves on the ground. They're getting all those linebackers to come up hard on these play fakes, so you get your PAP play fakes, play action pass, and just a nice little touch pass over linebacker level underneath the safety.
So Perk Valley 1st and 10. Clock moving. Kohler takes it down, takes off with the ball. Straight arm. Not coming down to he got down to about the 2. I think people are not aware how big he is and how hard he is to bring down.
Well, I was just going to say, that was a play that looked busted.
Yeah.
There's a lot of high school teams where that play might have only gained a yard, if that, and here he goes and makes a 9-yard gain just because he is so big and strong, and that's a credit to him and his work ethic. And right there, basically, Perkiomen Valley just extinguished that third quarter with their presence on the ground here.
So, folks, that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Perk Valley leads 28-14. They're on the move. They're, again, looking to take this score, get it up there a little bit higher. And we'll be right back. Here, folks, for the beginning of the fourth quarter. Perk Valley leading 28-14. They are on their 2nd and 1 on CB East 3-yard line. Kohler in the shotgun. Straight ahead handoff, and Kohler in the middle up for a touchdown. And, Coach, when you have a quarterback that big, that close, that's a luxury.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, that's a running back at that point, and I don't think there's no need to pass there. your offensive line right now, you can see that the Vikings are starting to impose their will a little bit, and sometimes it takes a little time, but you gotta hang in there. And Coach Basil used to always say it real well: just hang in there, just hang in there. It's coming, it's coming. And eventually, now these plays that were 3 and 4 yards are now turning into 8, 9, 10-yard gains.
And Coach Basil does an outstanding job with the offensive line group for our Perk Valley and defensive line group. Credit to them. Kick is up and good. Score now 35-14. Perk Valley. You know, while we have a moment there, let's just talk about our assistants. That is his name. We have Rob Heist, the head coach, Jason Basil, Matt Young, Tim Conley, Andrew Miller, Tim Walsh, Don Lindberger, Chris Finkbeiner, Dave Nestor, Ray Perrone, and Eric Jonathan. And we want to say thank you to those gentlemen for all their time and commitment to this PV football program. We greatly appreciate it.
And there's a lot of, I mean, around the league, you know, a lot of people look at the Perkiomen Valley staff and they say the reason it is what it is the continuity of that core group has been around for so long. Jason Basil's been here for it seems like forever.
The
Matt
7th
Young.
championship, he told me last week.
Yeah, I mean,
Coach, it started with you. You had this group, and now they just continue with Rob.
Well, it started with you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, and these guys all are part of your program, but again, it speaks to, you know, your leadership, and these guys came back and wanted to be a part of their high school, and again, these guys aren't flashes in the pan. They're 20 plus years, 15 plus years, 10 plus years. The continuity of this football staff hasn't changed.
So Perk Valley will kick off. CB's takes on about the 5. I thought we were going to get a reverse there. 5-yard line up over about the 25. So now we have 11:48 left to go in the game. Perk Valley leads 35-14.
So now
Coach, change it for CB East.
Absolutely. Now we've seen a steady dose of shine. I don't know how much you can just run shine. I think the Vikings would be happy to just see him run shine. I don't think they'll care if he gets 5 yards, 6 yards. It's just tick, tick, tick.
He could take all the time in the world to get that.
Exactly. So it's going to have to be a little bit different of a game plan here. CB East is going to have to get themselves in a hurry.
Let's see what they do with 11:48 left to go in the game. Down 35-14. Keller back in shotgun. So he hands it off. Or he keeps it this time. Gets it up to about 2-yard gain. Good job by Perk Valley again there over the ball. Zach Shemp over there making that tackle.
Again, and Zachary Shemp's another one of those guys who's quietly had a really nice year. Putting a lot of pressure on him today. He's over there on that sideline. You got Brewer over here in the one-on-one matchups, but he's that corner over there on the other side. Again, he's having a nice year as well.
So 2nd and 8, 11:15 left to go in the game. Keller under center, I formation. And there's a handoff to Ethan Shine again. Gets some yardage. I think Perk Valley's done a better job with him in the second half, Coach. The first half, he seemed to get his yardage.
No question. And we said, again, the one thing that Perk Valley has is they don't have as many two-way players as CB East, and you're starting to see that. Some of those offensive linemen who have to double up and play D-line, some of those blocks are a little tougher to get to. They get a little. It wears you down. This is a tough sport, and it's a physical sport, and you will wear down. I don't care how great a shape you're in.
So 10:36 left to go. 3rd and 7 for CB East. They need a first down to keep something going here, but Perk Valley comes up with a great play. Gage Young again comes in there, makes a nice tackle, holds them to a minimum gain. So it'll be a 4th down, and I would think they got to go, Coach. Now it's all go on.
Yeah, I mean, it's district playoffs. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you, I know they play different positions, but Gage Young and Shane Nelson, they look like two guys that are built out of the same mold. I mean, these guys are like 6'2", 6'3", and they can just run. And boy, oh boy, that's a luxury.
So now it is 4th down. CB East is going for it with under 10 minutes left to go in the game. Keller back, looks out to his side. Oh, and nice job there. Is that
That's Shemp again.
Shemp again. Nice job there by him. Nice job. It just knocked the ball down to take possession. So Perk Valley will take over with 9:50 left to go in the game, and they will take over on CB East.
I had a conversation with Zach Schimpf today, and he was excited about the game. But what really made me scratch my head is Brendan Schiff is in his last year at Dickinson.
Look at that, Coach,
playing his final
That's
season.
one of yours,
so
right?
it's unbelievable how quick how fast time
I'll always
goes.
remember his interception or whatever it was at Springford when he took it down the field there or whatever he picked them. I'll never forget that play.
Yeah.
All right, so we have
family.
Perk Valley. 9:50 left to go in the game. 35-14. Kohler in shotgun. They are already in CB's territory. He looks down the field. They're going for the coffin. The Bebe's out here. Oh!
Well,
Nice
I'll tell you
job.
what, that was great coverage by Matt Lobolier. He got a hand on that right at the perfect time and does a nice job of stopping a touchdown there. That was a heck of a throw. And a
Actually,
heck of a
Coach, that one
defensive
came
play.
out of the
Yeah,
sky.
heck of a defensive play. And like I said, I'm gonna call him Matt, but he's because
Yep.
I'm probably butchering his last name, but he's having a heck of a game tonight.
I was anticipating the baby to go up and try to catch at its high point. I thought he was going to try to outjump that, but you're right. The great defensive play by CB East. So now it's 2nd and 10. 9:44 left to go in the game. And Kohler in shotgun. Fans back to Grayson. Now he pulls it down, takes off his right side, and taken out of bounds for no gain.
And again, that stops the clock, and I know that's not something Coach Ice would want there. I think he wants to keep that clock moving.
I was thinking that could just fall down in bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get the clock moved. So we now have a 3rd and 11. Stop the clock with 9:37 left to go in the game. And they said Perk Valley is in CB East territory. Kohler shotgun. Back to his left. Kohler, the quarterback draw all the way. One tackler missed, 2 tacklers missed, and he still gains 5 yards.
I mean, that's just crazy. It just looks like he's totally bottled up,
Yeah.
and then he makes a play like that. It's just unbelievable.
Yes, Coach, he should have been brought down. You're right. I don't know how and he gets positive yardage.
It's unbelievable.
You know, you're talking about a young man that, he's 3rd on the team in rushing, or 2nd in the team in rushing. That's something to have your quarterback.
Yeah, no question, because any sack or whatever goes against his rushing yards.
Yeah, that's right. So 9 minutes left to go in the game. 35-14 Perk Valley. Again, a 4th down. They're inside CB East territory. No use to punt. Hands back. Kohler looks down the field, dumps it out here. Wide open was Helinski.
That's Purbon there.
Purbon. I'm sorry, Purbon. Mike Purbon, wide open in the flat.
Well, again,
you
so-
said that outside
yeah.
backer.
Coach, and those outside backers are run first. So when there's a play fake, they got to hold to make
come
sure
up.
it's not going to be a run. And Purbon's just sneaking right behind that guy. He fires off the ball. Maybe he's making a flash like he's going to block, but they're looking in to make sure that's not happening.
So it makes a 1st down, and we have a CB East player down here, so we'll have a stoppage in action right now. Again, folks, 8:46 left to go. 35-14, Perk Valley leading. Give credit here to our folks, our young people working here tonight. We want to thank Mr. Moore and all of his crew all season for what they've done. Rice Myers, George Altimus, Melania Galeria, Melania Noah Breckbill. Appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. All you guys have done to make this possible, this production for PV Sports and our athletes. Again, Mr. Moore, thank you very much.
And that's a credit that these are all kids that go to school here. They're actually taking a class right now. These guys, it's almost like they're at school right now. They're actually living the class and doing this.
Yep.
You talk about hands-on. I mean,
Yep.
they are actually
They did a great- and they've
producing
done a
a
great
show
job
live
for
here
us.
tonight.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
So, Perk Valley.
I could barely take a Polaroid when I was in high school.
All right, so starting the clock. Let's get some play clock running. Kohler in shotgun. Quick handoff back to Rasheen Grayson. He there, and he gets her first touchdown.
Carried by number 6, Rasheen Grayson. And he's
Nice job by Rasheen Grayson there. Nice little explosion to get up there. And again, let's talk to the guys up front, Coach. Lyman, that were some holes there to run.
Again, again, it starts at the center with Vinny Corpelese. You got Cole Euchre. I always want to say Gavin Euchre, but I had him in class for 2 years, so it always gets me. But I know it's Grant Euchre, Jonathan, Austin Henry. They have done an amazing job, especially in the second half tonight.
Yeah, yes they have. So the snap down and kick is up, and it is good. So Perk Valley will be up 42-14 with 8:41 left to go in the game. Perk Valley has a commanding lead here right now. Coach, now you're CBE, so I'm going to put you in their coach's shoes. Now, what you're thinking now, again, 42-14.
Yeah.
What's your thinking?
I'm going to say, hey, guys, district championship, district playoff game, I'm going to keep trying to move the football.
No.
I'm going to say, I don't care if we lose 60-12. Our season's over either way. So let's just go out there and let's try to put a drive together.
Throw, coach, run.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
I'm going to be aggressive. Again, I'm not going to just try to play to keep it at 42-14. I'm going to throw. I'm going to run and do whatever. They've done nice things tonight, so there's no reason to get out of the way of what you've been doing well.
And coach, does that send a message to your team, even if it's not to your group, but down the road to your team? Hey,
I think so.
Playing.
Hey, we're here to win. We're playing to win. Like, we're not going to play to keep it close. Again, at this point, especially in districts, this isn't. There's no real moral victories. It's you win or you go home, and it's so finite and so final for these guys. It's such a high and it's such a low at the same time, and only one team gets to win this whole thing.
Good point, coach. One team's going to be happy. That's it.
Yeah.
So the kickoff goes, and CBE brings it up to about the 30-yard line, so they'll take over. 8:33 left to go in the game. Perk Valley leading 42-14. As we said, now if they continues to win next week, they'll either take travel to Coatesville or they will take O&J on right here at Perk Valley.
Now, again, I don't know how big the tournaments are. I don't know if it's 64 teams or 128. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, at 6 levels, single A, there's only going to be 6 teams that win their last game.
That's it. 6 teams that are happy.
Yeah, that are going to win their last game of the season. Everybody else is going to lose.
So he drops straight back, looks down the field. Oh, had a wide open receiver. But nice job there by Perk Valley getting pressure on him.
So what's going to happen now is, of course, Perk Valley's going to get in their pass. Right now, Coach Connolly as a D-line coach will say, hey, in pass rush, have a plan. What's your plan? And they're in pure pass rush. It's not really worried about gap responsibility. And I'm sure that, again, they do, but – you want to get after quarterback now because they're in catch-up mode.
And it's 42-14 Perk Valley with 8:29 left to go. 2nd and 10 for CBE's. Keller under center. Fakes the handoff, sprints out to his left, looks downfield. Throws. Had a receiver there and in and out of the hands of Quinn Moody.
And really, I got a lot of respect for Coach Donnelly. Like I said at the beginning of this drive, play to win. I mean, they're coming out. They just threw the ball on first down, second down. Like, what's it matter? Let's try to put a drive together. We don't have to just run the ball and get out of here. Let's be aggressive. And I do. I think that sends a message to your team. I got faith in you to do whatever it is we do.
The end. That's what I think, Coach. You told me we're going to play till the end. Keep going. So now 8:24, 42-14. See, 3rd and 10 for CB East. Keller in shotgun. Now, would you imagine it's going to be drop straight back, looking downfield. Now he dumps it out here. Recovered by Brewer. Nice job.
Pass is incomplete. There is a penalty flag.
So there was a penalty flag on that play. I did not see the flag.
Well, I think he had his arm wrapped around as he tried to make that play.
Will be pass interference on Perk Valley, so that I would think would be close to our first down.
Pass interference called against Perkiomen Valley.
Don't.
It's a
15, so we'll be my first down. So 8:20 left to go. CBE, so pass interference on Perk Valley, so that gives them a first down. New set of downs. 8:20 left to go. Perk Valley leading 42-14. Keller in shotgun for CB East. Drops straight back. Looks out to his left. Pulls it down. Now he's going to wind it up and throw it. Has the defender down there. And, Ricky's...
Yeah, wow, he is in a bad spot.
Yeah, come on. Coach, I was face guarding.
He kind of jumped into him.
Yeah, you're right.
And, he's just in a bad spot. But, again... again, I've done some games with Pete Conte, and he said in high school it's almost like a kind of a caveat. Yeah, you'd almost rather do that for 15 yards than let him catch that pass.
Coach, I agree. I'll give you the 15 yards. I'm not giving you a 40-yarder.
You know, and you wonder if that'll ever be addressed at the high school level. I know it's addressed at the college and NFL level.
I agree
Obviously,
with you,
it's a
Coach.
spot foul in a lot of cases. So, but you don't lose that much just giving up 15 yards.
And like you said, it's not worth. Don't give the score up.
Yep,
Give up those
absolutely.
15 yards.
Yeah.
So that's what it will be, and they'll get another first down. CB East, and that will put them in Perkiomen Valley's territory. They'll be at Perk Valley's 40-yard line. 8:13 left to go. 42-14. Perk Valley. CB East kind of putting it again. They've had 2 pass interference penalties, but they've helped their drive. Keller in the shotgun. Again, looking out here. Oh, blocked down there, number 51 for Perk Valley. Nice job by Austin Henry getting his hands up there, knocking that ball down. That was a quick slant out there.
And sometimes that's just what you got to do at the last second. A knockdown is excellent because it's a loss of down. That's how I see. That's how I always see a knockdown as a loss of down. You know, and you can you can abuse the receiver if you want because once it gets hit, there's no more interference or anything like that.
So now 8:09 left to go in the fourth quarter. 42-14 Perk Valley. CB is trying to get lined up here. Coach has to take a timeout. They weren't lined up correctly. So we have a timeout. We just want to remind everybody a couple things. If you want to be official, get on the PIAA website or District 1 website. Please fill an application out. They are in need of officials. We'd love for some of you out there to get involved, be a part of the game, be appreciated. And also, again, to our PVTV crew that has done an outstanding job for us tonight. Noah Breckbill, Milana Galeria. She's not going to love me because I didn't get her name right. George Altimus and then Reese Myers. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for helping us with this production. You've done an outstanding job all season. And then my partner, Scott Reed, also enjoyed talking football.
No question about it.
Had many of those, right, Coach?
Yep.
So now, CB East back out over the ball. 8:09 left to go in the game. Keller hands off to Kelly. Kelly takes it around the left side. I think he picks up about 4 yards. Brought down there by Ryan Boozer. And I'm not sure.
An official's timeout.
No, I think there's a player for CB East. It's
Yes.
Declan Kelly. I think he's cramping up, it looks like. They had a cramp.
Well, while you were talking about some of the different people to thank as far as PVTV, I thank Coach Mary Kincaid and her cheerleading squad for all the games they're out here. I know they'll keep following them no matter where they end up. Mr. Overholter and the marching band, they've been out here every week supporting. And I know that support goes both ways. And the Viking student section, which was ranked number 1 in District 1 in 2019, and they're out in big numbers tonight in the cold weather, and I know they'll follow this team wherever they end up going. And Perk Valley does play the winner of Coatesville and Owen J. Roberts. So if Owen J. Roberts would win, then Perkiomen Valley would get another home game. If Coatesville wins, Perkiomen Valley will be traveling to Coatesville next week for a rematch of their Week 2. And that was a great football game. I got to go to that game. PV had a 2-touchdown lead and ended up losing it. And I'm sure they love another shot at the at the Red Raiders.
So 7:45 left to go. Keller throws out to his left, gets a first down and out of bounds. Luke Rickey takes him out of bounds.
That's 26, Zach Schimpf over there again.
Oh, Schimpf, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Nice tackle. Nice job of getting him out of bounds. So they stop the clock. It'll give CB East a first down.
And CBE's quietly putting a nice little drive together here.
Yep, they are. They're definitely right. 7:40 left to go in the game. 42-14, handoff back there to Ethan Shine.
We haven't seen Shine in a bit, but
now we do. And Boozer, nice job by Ryan Boozer stepping up in there.
But they're they know Shine's coming. They've seen enough
and
of him
game
tonight.
Tackle him. You better not arm tackle him or single tackle.
That's the only way you're going to stop him because he's a load and he's a junior, so
I think their backfield coach is pretty heavy.
Yeah, he'll be wreaking havoc
we'll
next year for the over there in the Suburban 1.
So 7:09 left to go in the game. CB East a 2nd and 11 on Perk Valley's 27-yard line. Keller under center turns back, hands it again. Shine. Bowman was the first one to make contact there with him.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was Bowman or Gage Young.
Yeah, I think Bowman hit him first, and then Gage kind of cleaned it up.
Yeah.
And you're right, Coach, doing a good job tonight with the D-line coach, Connolly, keeping fresh bodies in there.
Yep.
It's a good thing. So now we're at 6:35 left to go in the game.
And each one of those D linemen gives you something a little different. Yeah, some guys are a little bigger, some guys are a little quicker, and when you're an offensive lineman, it's just different going against different bodies.
So Keller in shotgun, going straight back, being pressured by Bowman. Bowman's chasing him down. He's going to get there, and he has to throw it away.
I always say Bowman's a great third down football player. My gosh, he can run.
He can run.
One of those lacrosse guys. All the
Fast.
Bowdwins are lacrosse guys there.
Yep. And there's a penalty
It looks like
flag.
that's going to be, I'm guessing, grounding. I can't think of anything else. Grounding or roughing the passer?
I was going to say, because there was a receiver down in the corner of the end zone.
Again, I'm not sure.
It came late, Coach. It came late. Now, you're right. That's why they might have looked at grounding and realized he didn't. So the officials are conferring to make the decision.
I would think it'd be, they'd be talking ground. Because if it was roughing the passer, it would be up to the head official. He wouldn't have to talk to anybody about it.
Right. Again, as Coach alluded to, 7 officials for district games. Here, we're going to get the call. Yep,
Here.
You're right, Coach. That's what it was.
Oh.
Roughing the passer.
We'll do that over.
Yeah. Do over, Coach. We had those tonight already.
Both live ball fouls.
All right.
Want to congratulate Coach Ryan Sullivan. He's up at States right now in Hershey with his girls team, the entire team, cross-country team, qualified for States. So I know that's a thrill when an entire team can do it, not just individuals. That's
right. That's right. Yep.
It's a very tough thing to do, especially out of District 1.
Well, he has a good junior high coach, so that's what I heard helps.
Yeah, Coach Tornami getting it done.
Well, he did have a good junior high coach. Okay, so 6:14 left to go in the game. CB East, a 3rd and 9 on Perk Valley's 25-yard line. Keller under center, pitches back to his left, and they get about 2 yards.
First time we've seen that, like a little pitch play. Back to their sideline.
Yep, into their sideline. It was Gage Young making that tackle, and Ethan Shine again was the ball carrier. They kept the clock rolling. I thought he went out of bounds, but they have the clock rolling. We're under 5:50 left to play. 42-14, Perk Valley with the lead in this first round, 6A District 1 playoffs. Keller in shotgun. They got a 4th and 6 for CB East. Oh, high snap, pulls it down. Keller sprints out to his right, looks back to his left. And that's a great catch and touchdown.
Ethan Shine out of his backfield position.
And
Bowdwin saw it. He just couldn't get his body turned around into a position that was comfortable, and he just kind of fell down as the pass was coming his way. So
yeah, he was there. He was in position.
And again, like I said, nice drive. Nice job. Coach Donnelly, again, we said before the drive started, hey, continue to be aggressive.
Yep, and he did, Coach. You're right. With 5:24, they score. Make it 42-20. Lining up for the extra point.
And Danny Kaler's starting to warm up a little bit, so I don't know if Ethan Kohler is done for the evening.
And the kick is up and good. So 42-21 with 5:24 left to go in the game. I'd love to see Danny Kohler get in there and get some action. I think it'd be...
Well, you coached all these QBs.
I did coach.
They're your proteges over there in 7th and 8th grade.
Had the opportunity, and I would take either one of them, believe it or not. I think Danny would be starting for a lot of teams if he wasn't behind Ethan right now. I think he's a heck of a quarterback. So 5:24 left to go, 42-21. Perk Valley leads. I would say, Coach, it's comfortable to say that they're going to be moving on. And like we said, we're not sure who that opponent will be next week. It'll either be at Coatesville or it will be here with O&J. So whoever wins that game, Coatesville wins again there, or we will play there next week. If not, so 42-21, Still time left to play. 5:24. Not throwing the towel in there yet. Not saying there's any victory. But
Well, we're going to see an onside kick.
We've seen that all night, Coach. So, Coach Heiss thinking now.
Well, right now you're thinking, okay, if we're going to bring Danny in and get Ethan off the field and get him ready for the following game, you're going to definitely try to establish the run. I don't think your offensive line goes anywhere, and I think all your backs stay in there. So it's going to be a steady dose of Perk Valley trying to run the ball and close this game out.
And Perk Valley recovers the onside right on the 50-yard line.
And being on the 50, it almost automatically puts you in 4-down territory.
Yeah, is that the truth? That's true. And Owen Peterlin there, nice job covering up on that ball.
Well, I'd have to say, special teams-wise, Perkins Valley has done a really nice job tonight. They've made every extra point, made some big special teams play on unconventional versus unconventional kickoff
Something you got to
team.
work on, Coach.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, you got to adjust your whole kickoff
Yeah.
return team for this situation.
All right, so Kohler's still in at quarterback, hands off. We're at 5:15 and counting till the end of the game. 42-21 Perk Valley, and I think that's, Coach, we're going to see a heavy dose of run here with Perk Valley, no doubt of that.
And they bring in Bradley Kersey and Rasheem Grayson, both pretty fresh at this point.
That's true. Good point, Coach. Fresh running backs. Yep. So 2nd and 7 for Perk Valley.
And they're taking their time.
Yeah, he's watching that play clock. Into CB's territory. They're on CB's 46-yard line. Toss out here to Kersey. Kersey takes the ball, and I believe he'll have a first down. One thing, Kersey runs hard. He runs hard. He's a physical runner.
And he's fast. And like I said, he hasn't had a lot of carries tonight, so he comes in here to close this game out. And it just speaks to the depth here. Ryan Clement can come out. Now you have Brad Kersey. Andrew Beck can come out there. Rasheem Grayson. I mean, it's a stable of backs. Give credit to Coach Finkbeiner. He's
done a great job. So 4:09 left to go in the game. 42-21 Perk Valley. High snap. Kohler takes it down. Hands it off to Kersey again up the middle. He'll have enough for the first down. That will move the chains. And they will get down to CB East's own 37-yard line.
And the PVO line is really getting a good push now.
So that's that two-way you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's starting to show.
They're starting to have their way. I mean, CB East, without a question, knows they're going to run the ball. And now it's just a matter of can we stop it.
Yeah. So Perk Valley 1st and 10. 3:40 left to go in the game. Leading 42-21. Hand straight back to Grayson. Rasheem. Nice job, Rasheem Grayson. Nice job. Gets down around 30. Nice job, Rasheem. That was to the right side and brought it back to the left.
Yep. And again,
vision.
Yeah, no question. And again, give credit to this offensive line. They don't get any reps off.
I didn't see any of those guys come off the field.
And they're the one group who are actually mixing in on that D line as well. So you give a lot of credit to the Euchre boys, Vinny Corpolis, Jake Johnson, and Austin Henry. They've been the ones going both ways.
Yep. You're right, Coach. Those guys up front have done a great job. So down to 3 minutes left to go into the game. 42-21 Perk Valley. Straight ahead again to
Rasheem Grayson
again. And he's hard to bring down, folks. Positive yardage. Fall forward.
Yeah, and he's, again, they're minimum getting 4 yards a pop here, so they're in no hurry.
So, again, we want to thank everyone that's been involved in this production and helped bring this possible to you. Hopefully we can carry it into the winter season with our Viking Sports TV.
Well, I know Sean Burke, and Sean Burke helps out with that, and Justin Barrett does the basketball for us. So maybe we'll hear from them this winter.
Hopefully so. Like we said, folks, if you can get out and support our athletes, we appreciate all the support we get from our community. And we like you to show our athletes your support. And also we like to thank the community for all they've done for our school community here at Perk Valley High School and Perk Valley School District. So we're under 2 minutes left to play, folks. It's 42-21 Perk Valley. They're on the move. They're taking their time. Kohler's watching that play clock tick down, and then he'll take the snap and hand it back. And Perk Valley has their way right now with CB East, and I don't think they're really in any hurry.
No, they're getting to the point now where they're probably getting close to being able to take a knee.
Yep. Minute 30 left to go in the game. I agree with you, Coach. At one point, I think that'll happen, and our student section's letting our team know. We appreciate your effort tonight.
They have a lot of
Great
fun.
student section.
It's a lot of fun.
Yep, that's right. That's what this Friday night's lights are all about. So, a minute 12 left to go. Again, Kohler's watching that play clock.
And I think now he's just going to take the knee.
Let's run that clock out. And yes, you're right, Coach. Yes, he is. So that's going to take us down. It's under a minute.
And I'll
The
have to do
fans
one more.
will show their appreciation here at Perk Valley. They're on their feet clapping for the Vikings. We like to wish the Vikings nothing but the best of luck down the road here to continue the play in district playoff.
Like we said, the Vikings will either be on the road at Coatesville or hosting O&J at home next week. Either way, it will be Friday, November 12th.
There you go, folks. You heard it. So that was the last knee. Teams starting to congratulate each other. Again,
It will be at Coatesville. Confirmed.
We'll be at Coatesville. So Coatesville won tonight 48-10. So next week, ladies and gentlemen, our Perk Valley Vikings will be traveling to Coatesville. Coach, final thoughts on tonight?
I think if you're Perkiomen Valley, I know this was a game they were nervous about. I think CB East has had a heck of a season. They've lost 5 games, all to teams in the top 10 of District 1.
All teams in the district playoff.
Yes, I mean that's so you think about their schedule, and they've lost some of those games by very low margins. So this is a great opening game for the Vikings. I know they're probably really looking forward to a rematch with Coatesville. And the fact of the matter is, there used to be a time where we look at PV, oh no, it's Coatesville, but these guys want a shot at them. They want another turn at them. I think they left that game feeling pretty bitter, and there's not many teams who get a second shot at beating a team that stole a game from you early in the year.
And I agree with you, Coach. I think PV is going to be looking forward to it. So, folks, that ends it up 42-21. Perk Valley, first-round playoff victory over CB East. Thank you for joining in tonight. Stay safe and have a great weekend, everybody.